living paycheck to paycheck, watching your bank balance bounce around like a yo-yo, wondering if the card will go through, dreading the end of the month like it's a storm on the horizon, wishing you had more but doing nothing to change the game. At what point do you say, enough is enough? Because here's the truth. You're not broke because you're stupid. You're not struggling because you're lazy. You're in this mess because no one ever taught you how money works. And now, it's time to change that. Financial freedom isn't a fantasy. It's not reserved for trust fund babies and Wall Street wizards. It's real, it's possible, and it's waiting for you on the other side of one decision: to take control of your money instead of letting money control you. And the foundation of that control, the first unshakable brick in the wall of freedom, is called a budget. Let's talk about the word budget. It makes some people cringe. It makes others yawn. Some think a budget is a cage, a tightrope, a punishment. But let me tell you what it really is. It's a blueprint for your dream life. It's the battle plan for winning. It's the difference between drifting aimlessly through life and charging toward your goals like a warrior. A budget doesn't confine you. It empowers you. It gives you permission to spend with purpose. It lets you live by design, not by default. We live in a world of noise. Everyone's selling something. Flashy cars, shiny gadgets, vacations financed with credit cards. Everyone's trying to look rich, but very few are actually wealthy. There's a massive difference between looking successful and being free. Real success is quiet. Real wealth is peace. It's sleeping at night without a weight on your chest. It's saying yes to opportunities and no to desperation. It's not a bigger TV or another pair of shoes, it's margin. And that margin comes from budgeting. Here's what nobody tells you. Money is emotional. It's not just math. If it were only about numbers, calculators would make us millionaires. But money touches everything. Your relationships, your stress, your dreams, your identity. You can't separate your emotions from your money, but you can understand them. You can master them, and when you do, you take away money's power to control you. Think about how you were raised. Maybe money was tight, and you grew up with fear. Maybe you watched your parents argue every month because the bills were higher than the income. Maybe no one talked about money at all, so you assumed it was a mystery for someone else to solve. That stuff sticks with you. Those money wounds become money habits, and if you don't face them head on, they'll keep running your life from the shadows. Budgeting is how you confront that past. It's how you flip the script. It's how you say, the cycle stops with me. You're not your upbringing. You're not your mistakes. You're not your bank balance. You are the architect of your future, and your budget, that's the blueprint. Start small if you have to. Don't be ashamed of the numbers. Whether you're making $15 an hour or 6 figures a year, you can take control. You can get traction, because financial freedom isn't about how much you make, it's about how much you keep, how well you plan, how hard you hustle, and how disciplined you stay. The discipline of budgeting is what separates the broke from the wealthy. I've met millionaires who drive used cars, pack lunches, and budget every dollar. And I've met broke people who live in big houses they can't afford, who buy designer clothes on credit, who act rich but panic at every bill. Wealth is not an image, it's not a flex, it's a mindset, and it starts with a plan. Your plan begins with listing your income. Every dollar you bring in, write it down. Next, list your expenses. Every bill, every subscription, every random expense that drains your wallet. Then give every dollar a name. Don't just let your money wander around like a lost dog. Tell it where to go. Make a zero-based budget where your income minus expenses equals zero. Every dollar gets a job. Some dollars pay bills, some go to savings, some go to giving, but every single one is accounted for. That's step one. Now, let's make it personal. What are your goals? What do you want out of life? Don't say financial freedom if you don't know what that looks like. Do you want to travel the world, own a home, start a business, retire early, give generously, build generational wealth. Whatever it is, your budget should reflect those goals. Your money should be a mirror of your mission. If your budget doesn't align with your dreams, you're lying to yourself. A dream without a plan is just a wish. A goal without a budget, it is just a fantasy. If you want to pay off debt, make that a line item. If you want to save $10, 0, make it a bill you pay to your future self. If you want to invest, start now. Don't wait for someday. Someday is where dreams go to die. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can, and let me talk to the entrepreneurs for a second. You've got a dream. You've got a vision. Maybe it's a side hustle right now, or maybe it's already full-time. But hear this, hustle without a budge, it is chaos. Hard work won't save you if you don't have a system. You can grind 100 hours a week and still go broke if you don't manage your money. Your business isn't successful because it makes money. It's successful when it keeps money, multiplies money, and funds your purpose. A business budget is non-negotiable. Track every dollar. Know your profit margins. Don't fall for lifestyle creep just because your revenue increased. Don't pour every dime back into the business without paying yourself. Build wisely, build sustainably, build with a future in mind, and never confuse cash flow with wealth. Now let's talk about the big milestone, your first million. Sounds far off, it's not. In fact, I want you to start saying it out loud. I'm on my way to my first million, because belief drives behavior. You'll never build what you can't imagine, but let me warn you, your first million won't come from shortcuts. It won't come from gambling or guessing. It comes from discipline, from budgeting, from consistent saving and investing, from choosing long-term gain over short-term pleasure. Every dollar you budget today is a seed. Some seeds become investments. Some become savings, some become capital for your business. Over time they grow, they multiply, compound interest kicks in, momentum builds, and one day you look up and realize you're not trying to be rich. You already are. Let's be real, though. There will be days when it's tough, days when the budget feels tight, days when the sacrifices feel heavy, days when your friends are out spending like crazy and you're staying in. You'll be tempted to quit, to compromise, to treat yourself, and derail your plan. Don't do it. Stay the course, because the pain of discipline is always lighter than the pain of regret. This generation is being lied to. Social media tells you that success is fast, easy, and flashy. That if you're not rich by 25, you're behind. That if you're not constantly traveling, shopping, living large, you're missing out. That's a lie. Real success takes time. It takes work. It takes budgeting. It takes saying no now so you can say yes for the rest of your life. Don't fall for the lie of instant gratification. That's the trap. That's the fast track to a lifetime of payments, stress, and bondage. Instead, choose the narrow path, the one that requires budgeting, the one that demands discipline, the one that looks boring on the outside but leads to massive peace and freedom on the inside. Your life doesn't change when you make more money. It changes when you master the money you have. It changes when you stop running from your bank account and start running toward your goals. It changes when you stop trying to impress people who don't care and start building a life you actually love. And let's not forget the deeper purpose here. Budgeting isn't just about you. It's about legacy. It's about breaking cycles. It's about becoming the first in your family to build real wealth, the first to leave something behind, the first to walk in freedom. Imagine what your life could look like with no debt, a full emergency fund, investments working for you, and options. That's the life you're building when you choose to budget. And as you grow, don't keep it to yourself. Teach others. Share the principles. Help your friends, your siblings, your kids, because financial freedom isn't just a personal victory. It's a movement. It's a revolution. And it starts with one person taking a stand, one person saying, "I'm not living broke anymore." So here's your challenge today. Make the decision. No more excuses. No more procrastination. Sit down. Write out your income. Write out your expenses. Make a budget that aligns with your goals. Adjust it every month. Track your progress. Celebrate wins. Learn from setbacks, but never stop. Never quit. Never settle. This is your time, your moment. You were made for more than survival. You were made to thrive. You were made for greatness. The path to your first million starts now, not next year, not when it's convenient. Now it starts with your next paycheck, your next decision, your next budget. Take control. Get mad at being broke. Get fired up about your future. Stop renting your life and start owning it. Budget with passion. Budget with purpose. Budget like your life depends on it, because it does. The world needs more people like you. People with integrity, with drive, with vision. People who don't just want to succeed, but want to make a difference. You can't do that if you're drowning in debt. You can't do that if you're broke, stressed, and stuck. But you can do it if you take control. You can do it if you budget. You can do it if you refuse to settle. So get up, get moving, get serious. Budget your way to freedom. Budget your way to peace. Budget your way to your first million, because you're not just building wealth. You're building a life.